Good evening, everyone. Episode 19. No Limits, Mike and Stace.
Good evening.
19.
19.
We're almost in the twos.
Yeah.
The 20s.
Heck yeah.
The twos, the 20s. However you want to say it.
Yeah.
Sitting out by the fire.
Freaking awesome.
You know, Friday evening. As per the usual. Got the fire going.
Yep.
I was worried it would be a little bit wet from all the rain that we've had the past couple of days, but seems we're doing pretty good.
That's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. You did well. You did. That's a really nice fire you got going there. Perhaps you might pick up a little bit of the bugs in the background, like the late summer bugs.
Oh, your electric bug.
My electric
has been,
bug. He's active.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we'll call it out if we hear it,
Yeah.
so everybody knows.
I love the
Don't look
summer.
over your right shoulder. Kevin is pooping.
Don't look.
So.
You do your thing, Kev.
Oh, now he's barking. Oh, neighbor's out. Yeah, that's how we roll.
Oh yeah, he likes to go say hi.
Mm-hmm.
She says hi back.
Oh, yeah, she does. All right, so
let's get into it.
we got like 3 topics for the evening.
It's going to be a great episode.
Do you want to start with our last episode was the Olympics?
Yes.
Do you want to start with?
Yes, I want to wrap it up.
Okay.
I do.
So
yes.
let's go ahead and wrap it up. So do you want to take the lead on it?
I do want to take the lead on it. Okay, so obviously, as per how it was, the topic of the women boxers, and it came out obviously that one was not a woman. So it's not right. The one had the other one by quite a few inches, probably a handful of pounds, whatnot. And so you see that, and I automatically, I'm like, dang, that ain't right. So then, I do have some friends that are in the community, liberal in the community, if you will, and post something that, like, if you're, now this wasn't necessarily directed towards me, of course. There are a lot of people, I'm sure, that posted this. However, if you're going to post something, make sure you do your research. Okay. I'm going to do my research. So I did it. This is what I came up with. Technically, that person was not wrong, but neither was I. So here's what I came up with. So this person that is in discussion here, that is being considered a male, transgender, what have you, actually has I don't want to call it a disorder. That's not right. But it's a differences of sex development.
It's a deformity.
It is a phrase used for conditions in which a person is born with reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't fit the typical definitions of female or male. The word intersex is also used to describe people with differences of sex development. For example, differences of sex development may include atypical genitalia, also called ambiguous genitalia, such as an unusually small penis or an unusually large clitoris. Differences in the development of the gonads, testes, and ovaries, or internal reproductive and urinary organs, such as the uterus, bladder, and urethra. Unusual chromosome patterns. Many people receive a diagnosis of differences of sex development when they are newborns. However, people who do not have noticeable at birth does not come out until when they're a teenager. So, the person that we're discussing currently, the person in question, she was born both. And I believe from our generation, that would have been called a hermaphrodite. Might not be saying it right, because it's not a term that was used frequently, but regardless, both. The parents essentially choose what they want to raise their child as. They chose to raise this person as a female because she did, in fact, have female genitalia.
She also had male.
Comma. She also had male genitalia.
And male testosterone.
Correct.
Male testosterone
So,
levels. Let me put it
had
that way.
they done that chromosomal test at birth or shortly thereafter, they would have realized this child was actually going to grow into a male. Please do not tell me to do my research because I will.
Yep.
So there you have it. If I'm wrong, listen, if I'm wrong and I do my research and I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But I'm not.
No,
so
not.
Don't fucking tell me to do my research when you, my friend, haven't done it. Because then you also would know what I found out as well.
And you spent a good amount of time researching that.
Because if I'm wrong, listen, I mean, I'm going to say I'm wrong. That's how you learn.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not fucking wrong. So
No,
do not call me out. Because if you're going to say, make sure you do your research, you do it too. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And I am also going to add.
Well, you're going to leave it at that.
I'm going to leave that part at that, but I'm also going to add that since then, I have not listened to, heard, read anything regarding the Olympics because of all this shit is allowed to happen and it causes all this controversy. And quite frankly, I don't want to be a part of it. So, moving on. Done.
Done.
Now we can go on to the next topic.
Next topic.
There we go.
Hershey Park. We went to Hershey.
Hershey Park.
It was a nice, easy drive out there. We had a little bit of rain on the way out there.
We knew it was coming.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
We got there. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was sunny. We got to the gate. You know, we had a window like 10 to 12. We got there at like 11:30, so we're making good on time.
Yeah. My anxiety was a little bit high because I might have dicked around in the morning more than I typically would have. But okay, we got there on time. It's fine.
You do like to procrastinate.
Listen,
so.
I am like the queen of procrastination. I'm not going to deny that.
But we took the truck, nice and comfy, nice
Way
comfy
more
ride.
comfy than
So it was good.
my ride, yeah.
And so then once we got our tickets, we got in. The luncheon was from 12 to 2, so we figured, we'll hit it up, right at 12. So we went to the arcade, played a few games because Gen X, we like to play games.
Love it.
So we did that. Then we went, really good lunch.
Oh my goodness. The lunch is phenomenal, the catered lunch.
After that, Stacey printed out, before that, Stacey printed out a map and highlights and things that wanted to do.
Type A,
so
like to be a planner.
We're looking at
want to maximize our time.
The map at lunch, and we're like, what are we going to do? And we'll go here. We'll go down to, what was it, Laugh Track?
Laugh Track, yep. Because I wanted to do it for sure.
So we'll hit that first, and then we'll go hit some others. We ended up standing in that line for an hour and a half.
It was excessive.
It really was. It didn't look like it was that long, but you have the fast track people, which
fucking ignorant.
It really ruins the experience for everybody else that's not a fast track person.
I think we need to throw out there how expensive per person this actually is.
It really is. And there's two different levels. There's a skip half the line and then skip the whole line.
Yep.
And skip the whole line was...
I think it was $150 a person.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
we saw a family of 4.
You get to ride everything that there is, but...
A family of 4, that's 6, maybe it was $100 and quarter. Regardless, it was expensive as shit.
Yep.
So you're looking at $600 on top of the actual cost of the tickets, right? I mean, you're looking at $1,000 just to get in and skip the line. That's prior to any kind of food, anything, extras, bougie ass
so
people.
When we finally got to the ride, we rode the ride. The ride was a minute and a half.
I've realized I might be getting too old for the roller coasters. Said it. I said what I said.
I'm older than you, and I'm here for the roller
Oh
coasters.
my gosh. I was a wee bit nervous.
I know.
Used to love it when my kids were small. Love it. But I was younger then. Anywho, it was fun.
It was.
It was a cool ride.
We got out of that ride, and as soon as we got in, it started raining.
Yeah.
And it really started raining.
Yeah. Yikes.
So we stood under a tree for a little bit, then we stood under an overhang for a bit.
No, we were soaked.
Looked at the radar, it was going to ease up for a bit. So it did stop, and we walked over to the zoo. We walked through the zoo.
The zoo is fabulous, so we did hit up the zoo.
Yep,
we had to walk through that puddle. We had to take our socks and shoes off.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I had to make a decision. Did it.
You did good.
Ugh.
And then when we got out of the zoo, it started raining again.
Yeah.
So there were just like bands of rain coming through. So we waited that one out, and the other arcade that we found.
Yeah, that arcade was fun as heck.
And then we went to after that. It was like, we're just gonna leave because
we're just gonna call
you
it.
saw that there was more rain coming in.
It's a little bit of a trip home. So,
and we started to walk out, and it was still raining. And then we stopped at one little store. We're looking around there, and the rain stopped. So we decided to walk back, and we got our funnel cake.
Our annual funnel cake.
So funnel cake. We got the Reese's funnel cake. So it's a regular funnel cake, and then it's got chocolate syrup, peanut butter syrup, and chunks of Reese cups on it.
Which, it's warm, so it melts, right?
Delicious.
Heck yes. So good.
We had that. Then we went into the Hershey store. We bought a couple things from the Hershey store.
Yeah, I love the coffee. The chocolate truffle Hershey coffee.
Yep, the chocolate coffee, and we got a couple snacks.
Yeah.
And then we went and got a milkshake.
Yep, chocolate peanut butter milkshake.
Chocolate peanut butter milkshake, the Reese's milkshake.
Treat.
And then we drove home. The ride home was fine. I mean,
the sky was gorgeous.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a real nice, easy ride.
You had a concert that I sang the whole time.
You did? You did?
That's always a good time.
Your voice was sore in the morning. Look at Kevin, that
what is
spotted lanternfly. He's still.
Is that the same one?
That is the same one.
Oh my gosh, Kev! Don't eat it. He thinks I charted up for him.
Our fur kid is playing with a spotted lanternfly, and if you don't know what a spotted lanternfly is, look it up online and you'll see. And that's what he's playing with. He's moved it about 7-8 feet.
He has.
He carried it.
With it. It's dead, of course, because I handled it.
I don't know. I think it's still moving a little bit because.
Poor thing. If it is, I feel bad. To be honest.
But then, so we rode home. We got home. What time did we get home? 9:30.
Yeah, I mean it's a trip from here to there out east. But it's so like our Hershey Day, our annual Hershey Day is such a good time, and we really enjoy it. So
we do. So
yeah,
that's kind of catch up, from the previous week.
Yeah.
So now the main topick.
Shout out though for dinner.
Dinner tonight. Shelly pie. I've been going to Shelly pie. I guess probably 9 years. Been going with you for about 6 years.
Yep.
Tonight was the best service that we've ever had.
Absolutely.
And the best pizza that we've ever had. So,
I mean, this was gourmet pizza. It was so good.
Yeah, we got pepperoni pizza, and then banana peppers over, so pepperoni over all of it, banana peppers over all of it, and then sausage over half of it for me.
Not a fan of the sausage, but, you love the sausage.
And Shelly pie, they really do not skimp on the toppings. They put a shit ton of toppings on.
They treat you.
That's kind of their thing. But the banana peppers this time, typically we get the banana pepper rings.
Yep, they're like in the brine.
Today we got sliced.
I'll tell you.
Banana peppers. So it looked like the whole banana pepper sliced.
Like right from the garden.
Yep.
Ooh, it was
Oh,
spicy, but it was fresh. Oh, my freaking God.
And our server, Ann, she actually said that those were the sauteed banana peppers.
Yes, and they get it from like a farmer's market, she said.
Instead of the pepper rings.
Yes.
So
you ever go?
we need to.
You like the banana? We need to keep that in mind because we do enjoy the banana peppers.
Oh yeah, they were phenomenal. I mean, that pizza was great. I'm glad that we got the medium. We have lunch tomorrow. So, and
honestly, the whole thing 5 of 5 stars. In the event that you could give it more than 5 stars.
I never had a empty drink before she was asking me if I wanted another.
Nope.
And
she checked on us frequently.
You can say that's petty, but for me that's a big thing because
huge.
You know, I like to have some beers, you know, at dinner. So
we look forward to that all week.
Right, and it's Friday night.
And we actually have quit going out on Friday nights because the service had really become, and not there, just in general, of other places that we've gone, has become subpar. So I'm like, you know what? We might as well just stay home, eat at home, like maybe whatever leftovers we have from the week, or throw in a pizza ourselves, and then just hang out at home because it takes too much time. But, so this is the first time we've actually gone out on a Friday in a long time. Yeah. And she and they did not disappoint.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. It was very good. Very good. And I will be Google reviewing
yes,
that.
Yes, we will be, because she was very personable.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So if you go and Ann is there and she is your waitress, you take care of her, she'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
now now we can move on.
So now we're going to talk about the Waltz. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Waltz.
You know,
I want to say the Waltz, the Kamala Waltz.
Kamala Waltz.
But I know it's not. I think it's Kamala.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's trash.
There was a wrestler, Kamala. The Ugandan giant, Kamala.
Weird as hell.
He was a big guy.
I don't know him. I'm just saying in
general. Used to smack his belly.
Oh, like King Kong, like when I'm him on whenever we play that game.
Yes.
Sometimes I beat.
So Kamala, every time her name is mentioned, that's what I think of the Ugandan giant.
So now I'm going to think of King Kong. She's going to come out, oh.
So she had it narrowed down, apparently. And we had mentioned this before about Shapiro. So we're in Pennsylvania, and Shapiro is our governor. And she had it narrowed down to Shapiro, Walz, and I want to say there was one other one. And I guess from what I was reading is there was a pretty big smear campaign against Shapiro when he was being considered because he's Jewish, and I don't know.
I have something to say about it.
Good. What do you got to say?
I mean, technically, ain't the Dems woke?
They are.
So that's all inclusive. He should be included, regardless. And I personally am not. So I'm just saying, like, everybody should be included regardless. So that, to me, is shocking, kind of.
It is. And in my opinion, if she would have chose Shapiro, that would have guaranteed her Pennsylvania.
Thought about the same thing. I'm like, friend, you did not make a good choice. I don't even know. Listen, I don't like to speak about people when you and I talk, and I don't know anything about them, so I haven't formed an opinion regarding them. Like Kamala, I haven't heard her say anything other than her whiny ass.
Nobody has.
Her whiny ass commercials where she's bashing Trump. But I haven't really heard her say anything. Like Joe, creepy, sleepy, peepee Joe. I mean, he said a lot. I didn't understand it. So there, in itself, I was able to form an opinion because I was like, dude, this guy he's off his rocker. Literally, he's off the steps. He's off his bike. I mean, literally. But I don't know enough. Obviously, she's a dumb and she's so far left. So that in itself was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm good.
But he's even further left than her.
I don't have enough to. I haven't heard enough, read enough, seen enough to say how I feel about it.
But she hasn't had any.
I will say I'm not voting for her. I'm just going to say that. I do know that.
Yeah. She
Woman
hasn't
or
had
not.
any press conferences.
Come on now.
Like, nobody knows. Like, she... If you look back at any interview that she ever did, she always says something, stupid.
Well, whenever she said about the border, do you remember the interview that we saw? The border is secure. And who was interviewing her? Was it Snuffleupagus? Have you been to the border? She's like, no, I've not been to the border. I've never been to the border. I've never been to Europe.
Yeah.
And then everybody laughs. Like, what? This is the one thing that you're in charge of, and you've never even been there? Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Fucking useless.
Did you see the other one where she was talking about the cloud?
The what?
The cloud. You know how Apple has the cloud?
The iCloud, yes.
She's talking to it like it's a fucking actual cloud in the sky.
Dude, it's not.
This is why she doesn't give interviews. So this is, definitely why they've been keeping her away from doing interviews. And then she chooses,
She's only 59. So she's wouldn't that be considered Gen X? I think Gen X no, maybe she's a young boomer.
Oh, look up. And the guy that she chose, Walls, he's 60. And this guy, he was, and I'm not going to talk about his military service because anybody that serves.
She claims She claims. I did not mean to interrupt you. I'm seeing this, and She claims that Kamala Harris, is an honorary member of Gen X.
How is she an honorary member? You're either Gen X or you're not. What's the internet say about the years? Gotta Google it up. Because I don't think she is.
All right.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I like local on your face right now.
The silent generation, 25 to 45. Dude, those people are even older than my parents. All right, here we go. I'm just scrolling down. The boomers, 46 to 64.
And when was she born?
But that doesn't seem right. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm just, because my parents are, that's right. Gen X, 65 to 80, which is...
Yeah.
So if she's 59... She was born in 65. Dude, come on now. So she is like the first year of Gen X. You think that bitch was a latchkey? 100% she was.
Nah. Hey, she worked at McDonald's.
Did she work at McDonald's?
That's what her campaign ad said. She worked at McDonald's when she was going through law school, before she failed the bar exam the first time.
They get free food there.
They do. Yeah. So.
Back then, it was actually worth getting.
Yeah.
Now you get a fucking sample. That's like a cheeseburger, 3 bites. That's it. Anywho, we really are off topic yet again.
We are. So she chose, instead of choosing
I don't consider her the same as us.
Huh?
She is not the same as us.
No, she's not. Well, she's from California, too.
You know what? Let me interject again. I'm sorry. So I feel like Gen X, we really should be divided. We should not be, what did I say, 65 to 80. It's like a 15-year age gap. In that time period, I believe that there is a generation that is called the Xennials. Those of us who actually were young whenever, like, beepers came out and cell phones came out and the internet came out. She was not.
No.
She was older. So she cannot consider herself, like she's trying to put herself on the same group as Ron DeSantis. Bitch, no you ain't.
She's trying to relate.
Well, she can't. She's not relating to me. And as a woman, no. And I myself am a woman. Still not voting for her.
No, I'm not going to vote for her. And I think, you know, I think she made a mistake. So, I mean...
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
Hmm?
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, the whole thing just rubs me the wrong way because she has 0 primary votes, but yet she's the Democratic nominee.
So she stole it. Oh. I mean, that's kind of what they do.
Yeah, so...
You and I don't think the same on that as
what it's supposed to be
But they stole the last one. I said what I said. Yes, I fucking did.
If you have... Whoever has the most primary votes, you're the nominee. If you aren't able to run back out, you know, whatever, then it's the runner-up. She wasn't the runner-up.
No. No, but see, this is how they bait and switch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say yeah, I sure as hell don't mean us, because we see right through this facade. I mean the goddamn Dems. They bait and switched all of them.
Yes, they did.
And then they're so stupid that they're like, no. And I actually had a friend, which I do respect this person, who is them. So, I mean, I'm going to leave it at that. But she did make her point, and she says, well, why are Republicans all up in arms? What do you care who our choice is? We fucking care because it doesn't matter. Maybe there would have been somebody who we also would have chosen, but we would never know that because we didn't get the fucking choice either.
But it wasn't their choice.
It was nobody's choice.
That's
They've stolen the democracy from us. They've stolen democracy from everybody.
Right.
Tell me that him,
so that's the problem.
Joey Blowy, was...
I mean, that's the actual problem. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican.
They stole the choice, but yet Trumpy is the one that is going to ruin democracy.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it is, he doesn't need to ruin democracy. These motherfuckers are already doing it for themselves. They're handling it. Yins are handling it. You're taking real good care of it. And it's happening right under your noses. And you're so stupid to even fucking see that that's what they're doing. And you think because we have a woman president that we're going to have, that's going to be more rights for us women and that's going to be a better world for us women. No, it ain't. It's still a fucking damn.
How is she going to have any type of diplomatic relationship with
India?
Thank
you. She's not. Because that's not how they roll.
Right.
Women are not. America is not the same as other countries. We are all equal here. Supposedly.
But that's not the case.
That is not the case in other countries. And even though we obviously see and think that, and of course it should be the case, right? But it isn't. You can't control what another country does.
Right.
So you think that like the leader of that country is going to sit down and have a chat with her? Because he's not. They're not even allowed to wear their hair out, for fuck's sake. Are you kidding me right now? And they're going to look at her with respect? Meanwhile, she can't even talk to her own people? No.
Exactly. She can't.
No.
So she's going to send in
it's a goddamn joke. Waltz.
The Waltz. The Waltz is going to waltz in there.
I'm going to have to do some research on this, dude.
So
what have you read?
So
what have you seen?
I had heard the name before, but I didn't really know who he was until I saw an article about his old lady in the when Minnesota was burning because of the George Floyd protests.
I read a book.
And apparently she opened up the windows to smell the smoke and fire burning them. And he allowed this shit to happen in his state.
Come on, man. Come on.
And then...
But yet...
The Ugandan giant bailed the people out. Kamala. Ugandan giant, remember?
King Kong.
The wrestler.
Yeah.
So we're just...
Bring me back.
Refer to her as the Ugandan giant now.
King Kong.
Bailed...
Kamala Kong.
bailed some of those people out. So...
She's an asshat, dude.
He's more far left than she is.
You know, there's got to be a center. Not everybody is so goddamn left and so right. Some, you're going to have your extremes, but the majority of us are, we've moved with the times. We're not all the way left. We're not all the way right. Come on now.
The problem is the ones that are in office
are 9,000
are the far left and the far right.
Yes, because they're literally our grandparents' age, right? They're in their 80s.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is. So, this guy, no.
And they think that it's still like 1980. Mm-hmm. We couldn't be further from,
no.
And in fact, even from 1980, like, let's say even like 2000, right? The times have changed so much, like even in the past 10 years, that like they can't get on board with that. They probably honestly don't even know what a PDF is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to upload this. They'd be like, wait, what? Like, what even is that? Okay. But yet they're on recess for 3 months in the summertime. And then they're on recess that we pay for. Let me just remind you all, they're bringing in at least 6 figs that we all pay for.
Yep.
They're 9,000. Sickening.
It is. Oh, there's an electric bug.
There is he showed up tonight. Hi, friend.
Anybody knows what that bug is?
Tell us. Oh, isn't it that Katie did? Didn't we like Google it? Because I was like, what is that thing? It screams sometimes.
Right.
Apparently there's going to be a meteor shower this weekend. I'm stoked about it.
There is. Google needs to have a, where you play a sound and it identifies the sound.
Because don't they have you take a picture?
Yep.
Although they said he was something that he isn't, so I was like,
Yeah, so it's not always right, but...
AI ain't right? Ain't that right?
But, back to what we were discussing, I wouldn't vote Democrat anyway, but, knowing what the little I do about, this joker, the Kamala Waltz,
that's fabulous.
There's no way in hell that's what we're going to name
the
this.
Kamala Waltz.
This episode of our podcast. It's going to be the Kamala Waltz.
Yep, I'm here for it. That's fabulous.
But
oh my gosh.
This guy, if he's going to let his own, state burn.
Question.
What the fuck is he going to do for the country?
Question. Was he the one that cheated on his wife?
No, that's the Ugandan giant's old man.
Wait, what?
Kamala's old man cheated on his first wife.
You're right. I saw it. I didn't actually, because I read the caption and then I go to the comments, which that's where the gold's at. But then I don't actually always get the facts.
Yep. So
until I'm told I'm wrong.
Then you go and get the facts.
Oh my God, I go down a rabbit hole so fucking far. You tell me I'm wrong, and then again,
I just really hope that people educate themselves.
That's why I feel like I don't really have much to say regarding it, because I don't know enough yet.
But even just the Democratic Party. So your candidate got 0 primary votes. She hasn't, since she's become the nominee, she hasn't done an interview. She chose somebody that let their state burn for like 3 days. She wants to, defund the police because she has,
Letter.
said that.
Here's what I have to say.
So make sure that you know what you're voting for.
You want to defund the police? I mean, you're going to defund the folks that are actually taking care of us, and then you're going to let us in charge, the actual real motherfucking Gen X. Those of us who had to cook macaroni and cheese for our brothers when we were like fucking 9. Go ahead and defund the police, bitch. It'll be a real fuck around and find out type of moment.
The ones that used white bread as a hot dog bun and a hamburger bun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Parents, what the fuck are those? Come on now. I'm telling you right now. Mm-mm.
Yeah. You just really need to educate yourself because...
Don't just go and vote them because you've always voted them. And don't vote against the guy, the orange guy, just because he has mean tweets. At least he tells it how it is. And let me tell you, he didn't become a millionaire for shits and gigs. He's a businessman. He ran his country like a goddamn business, and that's why we did well. You might not like what he says. Does it matter? Do you really care at night that he fucking ripped someone up? How much money's in your 401k? How much money's in your goddamn bank account? How much are you paying for gas? That's what matters. Because to be honest with you, they all sit back there and do shit and say shit. He just says it to our faces.
When the orange man was in office, by end of the year rate of return on 401k fluctuated year over year between 18 and 21%.
Well, where are we at now?
4.
So in the single digits.
Yes. 4.
Because they're fucking...
Right. Today I checked it.
Don't tell me.
I'm anal. I check it every day. It was like 4.35%.
I don't even check. I check.
I check it every day.
We got a while.
We're doing.
And these clowns will be out of this circus by the time we get there. Mm-hmm. Who knows what this world will look like? That's all right. We got a plan B.
I vote Republican because I like my bank account.
That's it.
And retirement account.
I mean, I'm here for... Listen, I mean...
Oh, you go, buddy.
I'm further left than probably most of the fucking Democrats that there are out there, as far as what my points of views are, what I believe in, what I think our rights should be, right? I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'm going to always say it. I'm going to stick up for it. Like, these are my beliefs. I'm not going to elaborate. However, when it comes down to it, our country, when it's run like a business, his bottom line, our bottom line, was better. That's what I care about. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm Republican. That is why I'm Republican.
And she's not going to run it. Look, the United States needs to be run like a business. It's a business. She's not going to run it like that. She's going to...
Jesus Christ, she hasn't even talked to us yet.
She's going to run it like it's a brothel.
She hasn't even been to the border.
And
she's in charge of it.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, like, me being in charge of what I'm in charge of and being like, yeah, no, I've never even done it yet. Mm-hmm. You kidding me, bro?
She ain't been to Europe either.
Apparently she hasn't. I'm speechless. I can't.
Yeah, so.
I'll vote for the orange man who actually took a hit for us all in his goddamn ear, who almost died, but God intervened on that. Thank you, God.
If he's a little lopsided, it's okay. It's just because,
you know what he stood up and said? Fight, fight, fight. He could have taken another hit. He didn't know that kid was taken out.
Did you see the video this morning?
Nah.
Okay, so I'll fill you in.
All right.
So, about 30 seconds before he started shooting, the police spotted him, and an officer was being hoisted up onto the roof. When he got hoisted up onto the roof, partway up to the roof, the kid turned and pointed his gun at the cop. The cop got down, and then boom, 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 the shots started firing. But, they're saying that, all the cops are coming out now, and they're like, look, we told the fucking Secret Service.
And everything is per what you're told to do. So it's chain of command, right? So you can't just, if it was me though, I'd have just shot the kid. It's common sense. The kid has a gun pointed at the goddamn president. You shoot.
Yes.
You're worried about your job, chain of command, you're really not allowed. But did they even get debriefed? No. You know why they didn't get debriefed? Because that fucking kid was a plant. He was planted up there. He had bank accounts. He was paid off. He was trained. And he was fucking taught what to do. No 20-year-old that fucking serves pizza in a sniff goes out there and does that. I'm telling you that right now. He was trained, paid, and he was a scapegoat.
Yes, he was definitely a scapegoat.
And it's sad. It's sad for his family. However, had they been present, perhaps that wouldn't have happened. Just saying. But for the government to think that, like, we don't see through their bullshit, and some people don't. Hey, everything is fine. No, it fucking ain't.
That's the
problem. No, it's not fine.
There's a fairly large population of the country that does not. And if they do, they just don't say anything. I
called it as soon as this shit happened. That is not normal. No 20-year-old has the wherewithal to do that. Come on now. Our kids aren't that much older than that.
No.
They can't even fucking make SpaghettiOs, let alone get up there and snipe.
But in this day and age, seeing, what's becoming of our country, people need to speak up.
Well,
whatever your beliefs are, you need to speak up. And I don't mean this protest and bullshit, shutting down, interstates, so people can't get home from work. Fuck that. You just need to speak up.
Because the people that are standing there aren't working.
Right. You need to speak up. Get your voice heard.
I feel like it's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be a whole thing. Mm-hmm. And when it comes down to it,
I'm curious to see, the debates. I would like to see, actually, also, the VP picks debate. So I'd like to see J.D. Vance and the Waltz
Let's
debate.
Discuss.
I don't know a lot about J.D. Vance.
Let's discuss how they're defamating his character. Don't know much about him either.
He runs his mouth like Trump, which is a problem. You can't have two people running your fucking mouth.
Okay, let's revisit. What did he say?
Oh, the childless,
about a cat lady.
Childless cat ladies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said something about that. It was like 4 or 5 years ago, wasn't it? It wasn't even...
Yeah,
so they dig up all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
They dig up all the shit from, like, ages ago. And so then they use it against him. I don't know the dude. All I know is he was, a Marine? Thank you for your service, sir. And then you got a dude that sets his... I mean, here you go. Here are the actual facts. Myself not having read about it, but knowing what the facts that I have in front of me are. You got a Marine who fought for our fucking freedom. And you got a motherfucker who set his own city on fire. There you go.
Yeah.
So you got one for us and one against us. They run their mouths, yeah, and I really do wish that they didn't run their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Because the other ones are running their mouths, too. They're just running them off mic.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, see. God damn. And people that think that because she's a woman, she's going to make our world better. No, she ain't. I'm a woman. I can assure you, she fucking ain't. I mean, all I'm saying is, I've said for years and years, and I am not, this country, this world ain't ready for a woman president.
Well, she's a piece of shit. I believe on our Facebook page, I shared a meme.
There she is going down the toilet.
Indicates she's a piece of shit.
Bye.
And with that, I think we're going to end it for the evening on the Ugandan giant being a piece of shit.
Bye-bye, Kong.
And
bye-bye, Kamala Waltz.
Kamala Waltz.
Kamala Waltz. And I really do just want to say, I'd like her to call me out on it. Call anybody out on it. Just because your year of birth says that you're Gen X, believe me.
You ain't Gen X.
You have no idea what the fucking struggle is and was as Gen X.
Agreed.
1 year away from a boomer? Please. Give me a break. Okay, we can end it now. I said what I said.
All right. With that, like I say, signing off.
Bye.